Healing Journeys today. Butch and Julieann Hartman here. Welcome to HARTbeat on
Hello.
Healing Journeys today.
Yep.
And, HARTbeat is going to be changing its look here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
And might be changing a few other things too. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we're glad you're here. We speak about marriage and relationships with Jesus Christ at the center. It is so important to keep Jesus at the center of everything. We've all heard the song, Jesus at the center of it all, right? So,
wow, that was really good.
Thank you. So putting him at the center of all, why does Jesus want to be at the center? You might think sometimes, well, he's got kind of an ego. I mean, see, people think that way. People want to be at the center. I know you have, but a lot of people might think, Jesus wants us to be in the center of our lives because he knows that's what's best for us. Yeah. We have a little granddaughter. She's 6 months old. And as much as she tries to do things on her own, she can't yet. She's only 6 months old, but her mom being there is the best thing for her. Mm-hmm. Remember how many times she tries to eat something she shouldn't or crawl somewhere she shouldn't? Mom knows best. And so mom being there, whether the baby wants it or not, is the best thing for her. So Jesus is your mother. He's your father. He's your husband. He's your wife. He's all that. And that's what he should be. So anyway, welcome. How are you today, Julieann?
Doing good. We have a lot of things. We have Bible study tonight, which I'm always excited to get ready for.
If you're in California and you want to come to our Bible study, come to our office. We would love to have you here.
Yeah. And also we have a very special guest coming in on Sunday at the park.
To our church,
church in the park.
Our park church in Woodland Hills, California.
So get this down now because it's not going to be in writing anywhere. Mm-hmm. But it's Warner Center Park in Woodland Hills, California. Mm-hmm. It's on the corner of Owens Mouth and Khalifa.
And it's at 10 a.m. Sunday. Yes. It'll be
who is it?
It's going to be Mr. Todd White is coming to speak at our church this Sunday.
Just randomly. How
randomly. And our church is called New Branch Family Fellowship, and it is an outdoor church in a park.
Yeah.
In Woodland Hills on the corner of Owens Mouth and Khalifa in Warner Center Park in California. We'd love to see you there, and Todd White will be there this weekend. Yes. He is an awesome guy, and check out his testimony. Check out what he does. You talk about the love of God that comes out of this guy, and to hear where he came from to where he is now is absolutely astounding. So if you can get there in person, check it out.
Or you want to tell somebody, just come, have them bring a towel, a chair, because we bring about 20
We're
chairs.
Not swimming. We sit on the ground at the park. That's what we're saying.
But
bring a blanket.
I want to say that back in like 2009, when I was sick, I remember I would be down in our gym trying to work out. And this guy would come on this show on TBN, and he had these dreads, and it was very short back then. But he was doing street evangelism. And I'm like, what is this? I've never seen something like this before. And he was my one and only, honestly, only because I never saw it before, encouragement to go out on the streets and to pray for people. And then that's when that whole thing started. So he was my inspiration for that because I'd never even seen that before. So it's going to be really exciting. So if you know of anybody that wants to come, just send them our way. We would love to see them.
Someday we'll tell you the story of how we came to be friends with Todd.
Yeah.
It's just, the Lord will hook things up in ways you can't even believe. And it'll be so simple and so effortless.
No, and it just happened on Monday. This is Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, we've known him for a couple months now, but the call came on
Monday. The call came on Monday, and we're just putting it all together. So we're talking today about healthy habits for healthy marriage.
So let's ask you this. Is your marriage healthy? Even if it is, congratulations, it can always be healthier. So what are some things we can do in our marriage to make our marriage even healthier, some healthy habits?
Well,
what's one of them, Julie?
I think when I was looking on Instagram, because, I love it. They give so many wonderful little tips and stuff on marriage. And since we are doing a marriage show, I'm always looking at that stuff. Mm-hmm. But number one is that they laugh together.
Laugh together. Let's just linger there for 1 second. Do you guys laugh together as a couple? And I want you to be honest about this. I know you might laugh at your things and they might laugh at their things, but do you guys sit and laugh together? It's vital.
Okay.
Vital. And this is number one on the list.
So question.
Vital that you laugh together.
What do you do? Like, you're funny. And so
thank you.
But you make me laugh. What do you do if someone is just not funny? It doesn't make you laugh. No, I'm kidding. That's not even really what it is.
Well, here's the thing.
Because you have history together, or you might not. But maybe there's a show that you both watch you think is funny. Maybe, well, if you're in a marriage, though, obviously I'm hoping you dated more than a day. So you do have some history. Maybe you can laugh at maybe something silly that happened at your wedding. Maybe you can laugh at someone's weird attitude. Like maybe you could laugh at that kind of stuff. But what makes
first
you
of all,
happy?
exactly, like there's joke funny. Like
Yeah.
you can say, hey, here's a joke about this and this, right? Like you could tell a joke and that could be funny. Or you could do funny things like physically, like, like Charlie
Fall
Chaplin,
down.
Chevy Chase or whatever. Like how Charlie Chaplin, Chevy Chase have the ch sound. They were funny guys.
Yeah.
Or you could do physical things. Or like you just said, history, common things you find amusing.
Yeah.
You don't need to be putting on a show every day, but laughter comes from joy. So I think when it says laugh together, is have some joy together. We had something happen in our house a few weeks ago, and we just said, you know what? Let's go get some ice cream. And we left the house, and we don't eat ice cream hardly ever.
Not at all.
But there's this amazing ice cream place in our house. And I went, you know what? We're going to go to that place and go get some ice cream. And I had a gigantic ice cream, which I don't usually have.
I did too. And I do, like, he might more than me, but I really don't eat ice cream.
And you know what? We had it, and who cares?
And it was great. And you know what? I didn't die.
Nobody died.
I didn't even put on a pound.
Nobody died. Yeah, exactly. Because we treated ourselves. We had to have some joy, and then the ice cream helped that out. And there's other things you can do too. Watch a comedy. I know this make me sound a million years old, but like a show like I Love Lucy or something like that. That's like, I know, but it's still funny today. You watch it today, it's still funny. But a show that, you guys both can agree on. There's many other shows now. I know that, but something that you might like.
There's some silly things on Instagram and stuff or YouTube, right? Like silly, I don't know, like videos and stuff that you all can laugh at. But mainly though is like, what can you look at and not be like cynical and laughing at like sarcastically, but like really genuinely laughing at each other. And there's things that, again, after 35 years of being together, there's things that make me laugh. They're like inside jokes,
Amen.
that only him and I will know.
So what's number two?
So number two is, it's also, they say, I love you daily.
They say, I love you daily. Yes. This is huge.
And I'm going to add to that. It's say, I love you. And it's give them, like, hug them, tell them that you love them, and then kiss them goodbye.
Show them some affection.
Yeah. Or just good morning. But not just one time a day. This should be all the time. That you're just, hey, listen, I love you. Hey, I love you. Hey, I love you. Now, who's going to say, stop saying I love you? Nobody's going to say that unless you're not married to that person.
Some people might do that because they don't like hearing it because it makes them uncomfortable because they don't say it too much. But listen, guys, we'll
start a new theme.
Yeah, just say I love you. And if you've never heard it enough in your life, I'm sorry to hear that, but you can change that. You can change the road you're on. You can change the habits that have been formed by just becoming a new branch on your family tree. That's what our church is called. Our church is called New Branch Family Fellowship, and it's in Woodland Hills, California. But we decided to call it New Branch because in John 15:5, Jesus said, I'm the vine, you're the branches. Any branch that's grafted into me is a new branch. And we become new because we aren't continuing the old way of thinking anymore. So tell each other you love each other daily.
Yeah. And then also they make time for one another.
Well, hey now.
Yeah.
Look at this. We're making time to do a video together.
We
How
are.
about that?
Boy, that's so romantic.
We are the world.
But you know what? Okay, this is a perfect example. We went down to the beach last night after work, and we were doing a photo shoot, but we had the best time. And so, but normally we would not go down to the beach after work. But I think it might start something new that we can do it. And it was fun. We had a really good time.
Where we live in California, we're about 30 minutes from the beach. We have to go over the mountains here, but it's a real quick drive. But we never take advantage of it.
No.
And we went last night and we went, this is freaking beautiful. We need to do this more often.
Amen. And we just don't. So whether it's sunny out and we're like, we've got our, just flip-flops on or whatever, or it's even winter and you're putting a coat on, but do something, again, Butch and I do run into the trap of just like work. And then you just are so tired. You just want to go home. Right. And so, but one of us or both of us has to make some kind of plans, or you'll just do the mundane thing every day. And then things start getting stale and old, and then you might get a little resentful. And so you don't want to do that. You want, at all costs, you want to give no place to the devil in your life. And because that's what he's trying to go after, us marriages, because he doesn't like marriage. And if he can go after yours, he will. So don't let him. I mean, it's that simple. Don't let him.
And by the way, your home can be the beach as well. Maybe you don't have a pool or any water at all, but you can enjoy your home just by putting joy into your home. And, maybe going home can be a joy instead of going, oh, I got to go home. Put aside a spot in your house where the two of you go together. Maybe it's a porch swing. Maybe it's out in the patio, wherever it is, but you guys go there together. Like I have a place I love you need to join me at, as that little porch table that we have
down there. But usually when you do that, it's your morning time.
It's my morning time, yeah.
But my morning time is in the backyard.
It's in the backyard,
but
right.
It's been so cold here lately.
I know, it's weird. California, it's July.
It's so weird.
And it gets a little chilly here sometimes. I know we're complaining like it gets 65 degrees.
But okay, chilly. For us that's cold.
We're wimps, I know. Exactly. Yeah. We're fully aware that we're wimps.
But that brings us to the other one, is that it's like is to give each other their space. And so you can do that. Like, for instance, he likes to learn on his own. I like to study on his own. I like to study on my own. And then we come together and we talk about things. Mm-hmm. And then we study together. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's healthy because we have our relationship, our marriage is centered around Christ, but my life is centered around him and his life. And so we each have our own relationship with the Lord. And then we come together as a married couple and we have a relationship with the Lord. But it's good to have a relationship with you one-on-one, you and the Lord, mm-hmm. so that you can work some things out.
Amen. Amen. We have been married 33 years as of this recording. We just had our first granddaughter, and that really brings us joy too. Just enjoying your family. That's not on the list, I don't think, but maybe it is. But
should be.
But enjoying your family. Does your family bring you joy? And what I mean by that, they're not bringing you stuff to make you joyful. Do you enjoy having a family? Do you enjoy spending time with your family, or do they annoy the heck out of you all the time? And we were talking to someone a couple of weeks ago they always seem to be annoyed. And we asked this person, we're like, why are you so annoyed? And the person didn't really know. They couldn't even answer. And by the way, I've been that way too. Yeah. I'll be annoyed just because I'm used to being annoyed all the time. And
I've never noticed.
Yeah, I know. But you have to ask yourself, why am I acting this way?
Right. No,
all the time.
But you literally have to stop yourself and say, what am I doing? Mm-hmm. Why am I acting this way? Mm-hmm. I love this next one. It says they listen.
Oh,
I want you to listen, not all the time. I mean, yes, of course you're listening to me, but there are times when I just want you to listen and not say anything. We've talked about this before on this broadcast. And the same for you. It's like, Julieann, just quit trying to make it better. Don't put a Band-Aid on it. Let me just talk it out. And it's true. We need to do that sometimes, to talk things out so that we're not keeping it all inside, because that's a detriment to you as well. Mm-hmm. And let's see. Okay, here's another one. They don't get others involved.
Oh, wait now.
Very smart.
That's a huge one. They don't get others involved. If you are married to your wife or your husband and you guys have an issue, it should stay between the two of you. If you start to call your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or your awesome best friend, always watch out for the awesome best friend. But watch who you share this stuff with, because what you're doing is you're planting seeds in that person's heart, and they're going to be planting seeds in your heart, and it's going to mess up the connection you have with your spouse. Like, you shouldn't ever involve an outsider at all unless it's absolutely necessary. And I think you'll know when it's absolutely necessary. But there's nothing so big.
Well, if there's an abuse or something like that,
that type of stuff's different. Yeah,
you need to go out and get help.
Something's dangerous. If lives are at stake, that's a different story. But if it's petty,
lied to,
if it's petty arguments and it's something where you can resolve it on your own, keep it there, because that stops the roots from growing even farther and farther and farther.
Knock it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, don't let the one who stole steal no longer.
It almost becomes gossip on your part when you begin to tell people, it's like, gossip is like taking a feather pillow and ripping it in half, and all the feathers go everywhere. And then you grab all the feathers as much as you can, put them back in, but there's still some feathers out there.
Yeah.
That's what gossip is.
For sure. And
you can never get it all back.
And then another one here is they set goals.
They set
goals. We definitely do that. We probably set too many goals. No, we don't. But we've always done that. And I love it. I'll tell you why. Just recently, I gave him like a journal, and inside he found this piece of paper. And on the paper, it says 2023. And it didn't say goals, but I had listed places I wanted to go and then things I wanted to do.
Some agenda items.
Yeah. And what was so cool was the Ireland, Scotland, and Wales tour was on there in 2023, which I told everybody it's been on my list.
And we just completed it a month ago.
Since 2019. Mm-hmm. So one of my other things on my list was to go to the pyramids in Egypt. So you can start working on that.
I'm down with that. I would like to do that. I'd also like to go to Machu Picchu, which is down in, I think it's in South America, but it's a city in the mountains, carved. It's an incredible city. I've never been.
It's incredible.
And I'd have to really brace myself for that one, but that'd be a lot of fun to go there too. Even if your goals aren't that big, like you can't do a goal like that right now, set a smaller goal and build up to the bigger goals, but do it together.
Well, I was just saying, so something just like that was so cool to see. He was looking through it to write in the journal. And he was like, oh, I found this. And I'm so glad that I did it. So, journaling is really nice. Mm-hmm. Journaling between the two of us too. We're like, oh my gosh, remember this, and then you start reading from your journal, which is really helpful. So, but anyway, these are things that we can do to make our marriage healthier. And the last thing that we're going to talk about is they check in throughout the day. And Butch and I have always
check in throughout the day.
Always have called each other at least
8 or 9 times.
Yeah, I'm going to say 8 or 9 times a day.
Just checking in.
Even when he was at Nickelodeon and he was, Mr. Nickelodeon, he was so busy, we still checked in. He still talked to his girls. Now, and even since he left in 2018, we talk we are in contact with each other constantly. That is really important. You want your strong marriage, you need to communicate.
It was kind of fun today.
This is what you want. You've got to communicate.
Today, when I was doing my Bible time in the morning, I was reading. It's really early in the morning here in California, but my daughter lives in Florida. And so she called to FaceTime me with the granddaughter. It's so cute. Now, I'm in my Bible time. I obviously have to finish my Bible time, but I don't want to not talk to my daughter and granddaughter. So what I did was we talked for a little bit. And I said, I could have hung up and continued the Bible time. But what I did was I read the Bible to my daughter and granddaughter. Yes. My granddaughter's 6 months old. She can't understand it yet. But you get that seed of that word in there.
It's still a seed.
But I read my chapters to them. And it was kind of cool because my daughter hasn't really had time to open her Bible because of the baby. So
that is awesome.
It was kind of fun to do. Yeah. And I thought that was neat. So you can do that, incorporate that. So these are just a few habits. And we're going to talk about some more in a future episode. But until then, remember, if you're in California this weekend near Woodland Hills, come to our church, New Branch Family Fellowship, Woodland Hills, Warner Center Park, corner of Khalifa and Owens Mouth at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Todd White's going to be there. So we'd love to see you there too. And we'll be there too.
I know. It's like we can't
we'll shortchange ourselves.
Shortchange ourselves.
We'll be there. So we love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And don't forget that marriage is a journey.
And we're on it with you.
We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.